Those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm doing a psychic tarot oracle card reading for the collective, which is everybody that comes into the chat. It's everybody that ends up watching this video. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys have had an awesome day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever this video comes into your awareness, there's going to be messages in here for you. So it's going to be your responsibility to use your best discernment to pick through what messages are for you and what messages are for somebody else. Okay. All right. So also, if any of you guys are wanting to fast track your spiritual journey, I suggest that you get the book. Where is it? The Truth of God. I have the link to this book in my description box. Okay. The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. This book is seriously beyond powerful. The reason that I say this is because I use the techniques in this book every single day, all of the time. Okay, so it goes through everything from the purpose of life to a perspective of God, how to be clear, how to clear your own energy, which is really important. Muscle testing, pendulum, intuitive feeling method. It's got so many things in it. It's got the God technique, which helps you raise your ego into your higher self so that you're looking out through your higher self and seeing the bigger picture of things. It really changes your frequency and your consciousness, okay, to be that which is in alignment with God, which is God. And then the mind technique, okay, helps you to remove thoughts and beliefs that are hindering you, because a lot of the times people are always searching for external solutions, trying to light candles and do prayers. And I'm not saying that any of that doesn't work, but if you don't clear the belief that's within you, that's pulling in the situation that the universe is showing to you, like it could be something that you don't like, or it could be something that you have a hard time dealing with. There are going to be storylines and thoughts and beliefs around those situations. And so when you can go within and clear those actual thoughts and beliefs, then you won't continue to pull in the same type of circumstance. Okay. So it's extremely important. The other technique is the joy versus anger technique, which helps you develop a yes and no answering system with God so that you can get immediate answers back, yes and no questions. And that's going to help you so that when you need to ask a question, should I eat this? Should I buy this? Should I go here? Should I be with them? Then you can get immediate answers back. You don't have to say a prayer. You don't have to wait. It's just, I've always been psychic, but when I came across this book and I read it and I used the techniques in it, it changed my life. It took me out of the psychic realm and put me in the God realm, which is like much higher vibrational. So it also goes into the 1 to 10 method, which is another one that I use. I will look at things on 1 being low compatible to 10 being very compatible. Also, please like the video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. So I've got the link to this book in the description box. And then I've written a book. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And it is a guide, basically, that you can work with the major arcana cards in the tarot. So the major arcana cards are like the Judgment card. Let's see, just with what I grabbed here, if there's any more. The Strength. They're the major transitions in life. So you're basically working to integrate these energies. Okay, I'm just going to read a couple things that are in here. And each major arcana card has its own tarot spread. So all you need is the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the original. Okay, that's all you need. And this book to get started in reading your own cards, going beyond the self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for yourself. I, for one, know how difficult it can be to pull cards for yourself when you're wanting to see a certain situation and then you miss what's right in front of your face. So this gives you the ability to go into depth. Okay, for example, it'll give you different card positions. So the Hangman tarot card spread, okay? The Hangman is number 12. The answer is maybe. The zodiac is Pisces. This is the card of doubt and contradictions. The Hangman is the card of the martyr. It speaks of a confusing time ahead. The Hangman says, instead of trying to control situations and people, leave them alone instead. It also says that a sacrifice may be necessary to move forward. The Hangman suggests that you should put aside any self-interest. Peace of mind comes from making the correct decisions. Then you'll use the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and for the first position, you'll shuffle the cards. all of the cards, and then you'll pull a card, and then the position has a lot of the information will help you understand things about yourself. So this card, the card for this position, represents the unclean energies that are bringing about strife and adversity in one's life. This card can show you the main issue that is bringing about negative emotions against your life. If you have been under the evil eye curse, you will pull the death tarot card for this position. If someone is trying to sacrifice you or someone that you know, you will pull the Hangman card for this position. So it goes into depth, and as you use the deck, you'll learn how to pick up the different energies in tarot and how to actually read what's going on. And this is just a really great guide. This is just one spread. Like, that was only one position out of all of, like, I have the tree of sacrifice. The card for this position will show you what you need, what needs to be sacrificed in order for you to receive salvation. It could be anger, greed, hatred, or jealousy that you are called to sacrifice in order to receive salvation. This card can also show you how you can save yourself in any difficult situation. If someone is energy harvesting you or sacrificing your energy, you will pull the Hangman tarot card for that position. So it gives you a guide basically for each of the positions, and for all of the positions there is relevance. Neptune is the planet associated with the Hangman. So the card for this position of Neptune marks big emotional energies and represents unseen waters and currents. The intentions that others have for you can be revealed to you in the card that you pull for this position. If someone sees you as an easy target, that may be revealed in the card that you pull for this position. If someone wants to take advantage of you or your kindness, that can be revealed in the card for this position. Okay, the Nimbus. Position 4, the card for this position reveals the core root to reasons where persecution has or is taking place. If you have become a martyr in your own life, then it will come up here as well. If you have a sacred covenant or a spiritual authority deciding your fate, that may come through this card, the card that you pull for this position. Welcome in, Fashionista. Welcome in, Girl Gone. I hope you guys are having a good day. And then the spell part is just a manifestation technique. So when you do the Hangman spell, tarot card spell, you're working with the tarot card, the Hangman card. Your objective is to sacrifice things that no longer serve you. You'll need sage and Palo Santo to cleanse. The Hangman tarot card, a pen, and scrap pieces of paper. To begin this spell, you will need to be in a place where you will not be disturbed for at least 30 minutes. You will want to cleanse the Hangman tarot card after removing it from the deck. You will activate the Hangman tarot card by holding it between your palms and rubbing your palms together until you feel that the Hangman tarot card is warm. Then recite the following sentence 3 times in a row. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the archetype of the Hangman into my life to sacrifice all things that cause suffering. I am no martyr and take control of my life now by meditating on my life. I let go of all that no longer serves me. I denounce all doubts and beliefs that are not working for my highest and best good. Now take your pen and paper and write down any doubts or troubles, any suffering that you want to sacrifice. When you have finished doing this, burn the scrap pieces of paper along with your fears and your doubts. Know that your suffering has been released. Now take some time to meditate on the Hangman position. What does sacrifice do to help you evolve? Take notes of any insights that come through this meditation. When you have finished meditating, smudge the Hangman tarot card by using the sage and Palo Santo or anything else like incense that you would like to use. And then place the card back in the deck. Now live your life doubt-free. You can move on in any direction that you like because you have sacrificed that which no longer serves your soul. Known and unknown issues, seen and unseen issues, burn in the fire away from me. So that's just basically one spread and one spell that's in the deck, but there's many others that will help you progress. Okay, so the link to that is in the description box below. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. 27 people watching. Hey, you know what? It's a late night read, so I am not holding any type of expectation. I have no idea what it's going to be like. So I hope you guys are having a good day. We're going to start by calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including our ancestors and our spirit guides and any other benevolent saints and angels and archangels. angels. We just ask that they put a protective cloak around us, keeping us safe from anyone that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth, and the highest knowledge to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. And I just want to say thank you, God. I love you so much. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to you. Most High, thank you for being with me. Thank you for assisting me. Thank you for giving me messages. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Oh, welcome in. Welcome in, Tyson. And also, we're no bullying me or anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. Everybody's allowed to have their own spiritual beliefs, their own religious beliefs, whatever that is, political, whatever it is. Everybody's allowed to be themselves on this platform, and there's no bullying here. We accept everybody's belief, regardless of what it is, and we respect people's opinions. Okay. All right. So yes, thank you, God, for everything. I am so grateful that I have you guys, and I'm so grateful that I have God, that we have God. So we're going to start with a magical die and see what pops out. 1. The number 1 is about inspiration. Oh, your name's Tiffany. Well, welcome in, Tiffany. Oh, I'm so sorry that you lost your Nana. That's sad. That's sad. But you know what? When people pass away, they don't really leave us. They always stay in our heart. So just know that, that you're not separated from her. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that you're here with me. I'm glad that you guys are all here with me. So we're going to start with the Oracle deck. The first card that came out is talking about a root worker. And I'm like, oh, I just want to ignore that energy. So I think I'm going to pick that up and see what else pops out. I'm also getting that some of you guys could be root workers and not even know it. Like when I say that, I'm not talking about anything negative, but I'm talking about using herbs to heal, knowing how to work with minerals, holistic healing. You guys could be literally root work is passed down through generations. There's all different types of root work going from the Appalachian Mountains. There's different types of root work that goes on there. And it's just another way of healing. It's basically being a healer. Now, when root work becomes negative is when people use roots, and I don't know how they do this to do negative shit, but they'll use roots and stuff like that for a negative purpose. But I really feel like everything that comes from the earth is basically positive and pretty high vibrational. I know that there are some herbs that are poisonous and stuff like that. But root workers, they can use a psalm. They can pray a psalm for someone. There's so many different ways that root work is done, and it's not all negative. So just know that. That's why I was like, oh, I wanted to put that card back, because I feel like root work is something that's passed down through generations. If you guys are meant to do that, your mother or father or grandmother or grandfather, and going back into your lineage, they will have done it. And it's basically using the earth and nature to heal, okay? And using God. Most of it involves the Bible or some part of the Bible. I am able to see the future, absolutely. And I can explain about that, okay? I can see the future because I can see what people are creating now. And then I can see things that are destined and fate that are going to happen. And then things that people are creating in their own experience with their thoughts and their beliefs. And so, yeah, the definition of my real name is one who sees the future. And my parents did not intend that for me. I was adopted. They just named me what they named me. So we are going to see what else comes out in the Oracle deck, because I do feel like you guys could be root workers. And again, roots are herbs. They're things that come from the earth, and they're things that can be, I honestly believe that for every type of syndrome, disease, or ailment that anybody could have, I believe that there is either a crystal, a rock, a mineral, or a plant that can counteract whatever that is and can heal that. I do believe that there is healing in the earth, and that when we know how to use the herbs and how to use prayer and stuff like that, We can get rid of a lot of things. Like my life before prayer was continual spiritual warfare. Like that's what it was. It was shit. And then my life after prayer, it's given me so much more confidence. It's helped me become closer to my hopes, wishes, and dreams, and it's puts up barriers. Prayer is like why it's good. A tool will work for a certain amount of time, and then sometimes, like, I'm not to say that you will never need prayer again after you master prayer, but sometimes, things will work for a certain amount of time. You just use a tool until it's no longer necessary. If you were to get The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN, the book I was talking about, the first book, and develop the intuitive techniques out of that, you could bypass prayer literally and not even have to go into the realm of praying. But I do feel like saying positive affirmations, speaking positive words, speaking life into yourself, I do feel like that's a good thing. And I also feel like it's very helpful, especially when you're dealing with situations like what you guys deal with. And I feel like a lot of us deal with envious and jealous people sometimes, but you guys are here to do something bigger than just like be an influencer. You guys are here to do something that's much more important. And you guys, part of my purpose, why I have my abilities, is to help you guys realize what you're here to do so that you can start doing it. Because any type of you using your gifts and abilities to help yourself and help others in any type of way is going to be fulfilling. It really is. And like, there is no mistake that you're gifted. Like it's all genetics. Like spiritual abilities are passed down through DNA. Then I've got on both sides of my DNA, a lot of healers, shamans, psychics, tarot readers, witches, voodoo people, like a lot. Okay. Almost everybody on both sides of my family. So I have a lot of abilities, but all of my relatives also have these abilities. So it's not like it's not like when we're around each other, all of our abilities operate. It's not weird for us. But you guys also have gifts and abilities, and that's what I want to help you come to terms with. Sometimes we have like being an empath, where being an empath can feel literally like a curse, but it's not. Once you master the ability and you can discern what's your energy and what's not your energy, then you can clear it and transmute it. And then, being an empath is no longer a burden. All right, so let's see what comes through with the Oracle. Multiple timelines. Interesting. Past other timelines. So the energy that we could be talking about could also be maybe somebody is trying to timeline jump. Oh, yeah. So I'm not really any religion. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in chakras. I like crystals, and I love God. Like source, the love, joy, and peace that exists within us, that is that higher self. That is my religion. So I don't believe that Jesus is going to come down at any given moment and rescue us from anything. I just don't believe that. But if you believe that, that's absolutely okay. But I still love Jesus. I think Jesus was a wonderful example for people to follow. But using Jesus as an scapegoat, I don't think that is the way. I think it's people living as Jesus lived and being a good person to other people. That's what pleases God. So this could also be about something in your Akashic records. I feel like you guys are very old souls. Pick a card from the Time Oracle. It's funny that's the card that followed up the first one, because the first card is about multiple timelines. It's about time. So that's hilarious. So hopefully some zodiac energy comes out. I do feel Cancer in the reverse. Okay. Cancer, the zodiac Cancer is the crab, and it's from June 22nd to July 22nd. So there could be somebody, this is like a frenemy energy, whoever this person is. And Cancer is about, they're sensitive people. Sometimes they make really good friends, and sometimes they can kind of switch up on you. It's like, that's my personal experience with the energy of Cancer. But there's going to be positive and negative people of every zodiac sign. So just be aware. We can't really categorize people by their zodiac sign, but we can discern the energy, we can discern the energy. So there could literally be somebody that is they're a little bit in the reverse. I feel like this person could be a cusp. They could be like a Cancer something else cusp, which is being on the verge of being a Cancer and another zodiac sign. August. Okay, so when I look at the energy of August, this is about like a harvest, reaping a reward, and getting fulfillment. So I don't know if somebody is trying to block this, but it feels like they were unsuccessful to do so this past August. And so I'm also getting that it's about abundance. Somebody is wanting to know how you're achieving abundance, how you're staying stable. Okay. So just be aware if you're getting people asking you strange ass questions, like let's say you meet a new acquaintance and somebody starts being reversed, could be that this person's not in alignment with their own energy. That's what that could mean. But yeah, it could also be that this person is just unbalanced, you know? And I feel like this past August, there was a moon or something. This moon, I think it was a harvest moon, but I'm not for sure. This moon that happened in this past August has to do with being able to like pull in resources and gain abundance. Okay. Somebody is wanting to know how you still reaped a harvest. Yeah, because they were trying to get you to change your course. Somebody wanted you to change the direction of where you were going, and they didn't want to see you make it to the end of like where your goals are. Says that you may need to take a different path to get there. So somebody wanted you to definitely divert off of the path that you're on to go down a path with them, and you said no to them in the month of August, and this is why you're going to be able to reap a reward. You're going to basically be able to harvest something positive out of this situation. October. The lines between fantasy and reality are blurred, creative, thrilling, and eerie. So this person is creepy. To me, they're creepy. They tried to do something this October. This is a moon thing. I'm picking up that they tried to do some dumb shit with the moon that was in August. It failed. Then it didn't get you to change your course. They tried to do it again in October. Somebody wanted to make you guys afraid and send something towards you, and it backfired. It completely backfired on this person. Even if you're not in complete alignment, this crap is not going to touch you. It's just not. You guys are more high vibrational than that. And it's not only that, you're not on the receiving end of whatever this is. Like when people go into the spirit and they start doing injustices to other people, like that's when they start breaking spiritual law. The universe responds very quickly to that. May. I feel like whatever you're wanting, this is going to come in May. And there's nothing that anybody can do about that. Spring is about a time where you connect with your dreams, be in your present moment, and you manifest your wishes and hopes. And you're going to be able to relax. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation this next May, like coming May, not next May, but this May, because I guess we're in 2026. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation. Maybe you're going to go out of town. Somebody is afraid of you going through an evolution, and they're trying to look to other timelines to see what type of, like this person wants to jump on your gravy train. Like that's literally what I'm getting. They know that you have something really good coming in, that you're going to blossom, whatever this gift is that you possess. Yeah, somebody was trying to slow you down though. And basically everything we're talking about right now has to do with time. So when you stay in the present moment, you can be content. Like it's all about learning to love where you're at right now in every stage of your life. Even when you're 80 and 90 years old and 110 years old, still being in the present moment, even if you don't have sanity. And I'm not speaking that into nobody's life. I'm just saying, no matter what your circumstances are, when you can learn to love where you're at in your life now, it doesn't matter what time is going to do because you're content. And that's where I feel like you guys are moving towards. It could have been a slow progress towards accepting. Welcome in, Firefly 7856. Excuse me. It could have been a slow progression towards accepting where you're at now in your life. But I feel like if you could go back and change anything, you wouldn't have changed anything, because everything needed to happen the way it did so that you could be in the position that you are now. And the position that you are now in is a position to be elevated so that you can help other people also be elevated. I feel like you guys are very attractive, very beautiful people. You could smell really good. Your yard could look really good. You could be planting a lot of flowers every year. You could be having a lot of fresh fruit around you. These are the images that I'm being shown. And all of this to me represents life, beauty, and it's like an extravagant, beautiful, grounding, energetic energy. I feel like, look, the energy of March just came out, which is another positive energy. Somebody could have been trying to slow down your good luck. People will love to use the holidays, okay? And it feels like this person tried to use Halloween. They tried to use this moon. Everything they try to do, they fail at. It's just pathetic. The energy of March is coming out of hibernation. It's also about tapping into what you want to put forward for the future. The May is about growing things, where March is about your intention and where you're putting your luck at. Like, where are you investing this new energy that you have? It's also about rebirth. So if somebody, was wanting to block your rebirth, I feel like this has to do possibly with the Taurus energy. Okay. Taurus has to do with your career. So somebody was wanting you to not have good luck in your career or business. But what I'm getting here with the Aquarius card is that the reason that all this stupid shit that they plan to do failed and will continue to fail is because we are no longer in the age of Pisces. You can't just run around sacrificing other people to the metaphorical or whatever type of lower vibrational energy, if you want to call it the devil or whatever. But like, you can't just go around sacrificing other people spiritually or even physically. And the people can't go around breaking karmic laws, okay? Breaking the law of attraction. This type of person, they wanted to affect your ability to work so that you couldn't fully commit yourself to your divine life purpose. That's demonic. Anybody trying to pull somebody off of their divine path that they're already on, or trying to put their energy in the reverse, is demonic, okay? And maybe they don't have a demon with them. They could just be a demon themselves in their own mind. They could just be all the devil card in the tarot represents is a south node. It's like where you start out in life. It's got your fears, past life karma, stuff like that. This person is wanting to timeline jump into your timeline and take over and dominate something that you do for career. Good fucking luck with that. When the thing is that you're not doing your career to like you could be obviously gaining support, which would be getting your bills paid and stuff like that. But you're not just doing what you love to do because it's paying your bills. You're doing it because you're divinely guided to do it, which means who in the hell is going to be able to stop you? Nobody. When you have God on your side and everything is on schedule, despite this person's ridiculous trying to jump on and ride your coattails into heaven type shit, besides their intentions for you, you are still successful. You're still on path. You're still on your own path. You're still on the correct path. You're on schedule, because divine timing, there is such a thing called God. There is also such a thing called divine timing. Both of those energies are very real. And the thing is that when you're content in the present moment, you trust in divine timing. You know that what you need will come to you when you need it. And this person feels like what you want should come to them, because they're like an unauthentic person. They don't know who they are. They're stuck in their shadow. They can't balance their dark side. And they feel like if they copy you or ride your coattails or follow you, like by trying to timeline jump you into your energy, they feel like they can take over being you. And this person does not actually know you like that. Like the crazy thing about people is they will get a little bit of information on somebody and think that they have somebody completely figured out, not knowing at all that they don't know shit about that person. And secondly, anybody that's foolish enough to try to put somebody in the reverse and counteract their energy, their natural energy, that is going against God. Like, who does shit like that? It's somebody that's really stupid. And this is why I feel like you guys could be dealing with somebody that, You know, they see that everything is still set for you to succeed. You're still going to get your reward. You're going to have your happiness. You're going to have your relationship, your family. You're going to have your job. And they can't do anything about that. And it pisses them off. You guys could be truth speakers. You could be, what you do could help other people evolve. You could be evolving. And these people want you to revert to an old version of yourself that never actually existed. Just one that they made up in their own mind because they thought they took assumptions and then they went off of those assumptions, not knowing shit about you. This is why it's so dangerous to try to fuck with people's free will. I really feel like that's wrong. And that's something that I would never, ever do because I would not want the karma to come back on me. I'm afraid of that. Like, I would never want to do, and I would never want anybody, I'm not a weirdo. Like, I only want people to like me if they like me. If they don't like me, that's okay too. Peace be with them. But like literally, I'm not going to force nobody to like me or force them to love me. That's creepy. And it's desperate as hell. And this is how I can tell that this is the energy of a woman. Desperation. See, they know that something is happening for you very soon. The hummingbird represents joy. Things are happening fast, so be ready to move. Some of you guys may be moving in May. You may get a new job offer. You may get a new residence. Okay, I feel like moving away from this person would probably be a good thing. And even though I don't feel like they necessarily live near you, they live in the same state or country as you. If this person knows where you live, why you moving would be a blessing is because they would not be able to basically pinpoint your energy. And this is why I feel like keeping, your business to yourself is so important. If you have an envious, jealous friend, or you have somebody that you know is trying to compete with you, like, you just need to ask God who this person is. But I get that it's somebody that's like a friend of me, kind of like an acquaintance energy. Maybe you haven't fully accepted them as a friend because you think there's something off with them, or they could have been a coworker. This is somebody that thought that they straight up knew everything about you without knowing anything about you. Like, that's how stupid they are. Yeah, there's many factors at play when it comes to how things are going to turn out because the ball is in your court. The ball has never been in this other person's court. They wanted to play God in your life, and they are not God. You can be God for yourself because our higher selves are God, but that's what our soul is. The more we tune into love, joy, and peace is the more that we access the source. This person doesn't understand that time is fragile, complex, and multifaceted, but everything is happening now. This person's not going to be able to gain a victory over you. You're gaining clarity as well as to who this person is. Sagittarius. This person could be a Sagittarius. To me, Sagittarius energies are really good. Like, I've always liked Sagittarius energies. I think they're very friendly. This is November 22nd to December 21st. Explore uncharted territory. You may want to look and see where Sagittarius is at in your chart, because that could be where this spontaneous energy to move comes from. But I like it. I like the energy of Sagittarius. I do feel like you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or this could be somebody that's going to come in that's a love interest. February. Look what I was just saying. Like, what is February about? Love. It's about Valentine's Day. So it says, take stock of resolutions and assess your process. Transition, reflect, and prepare. So February is right before March. Yeah, somebody was trying to mess with your finances. They were trying to mess with your ability to work, and they were trying to mess with your perseverance. This is the year of the horse, okay? Perseverance and, what is it called? Stamina is going to be a major energy that comes into play. When it comes to stamina and being able to withstand things, this person, whoever they are that's envious and wants to compete with you, they're kind of a pussy when it comes to life. This person can't deal with real life problems. This is why they just want to jump on your timeline and be you, because they think that being you is going to be easier than being them. Some of you guys are dealing with people that do not love themselves, which is definitely makes it almost impossible to reason with them, because if they can't love themselves, then how can they love anybody else? They don't. Yeah, this could be about somebody being pissed off that their stupid spell work didn't work. And like literally, it's delusional to think that somebody can do an unaliving spell and take your life from you. I'm sorry, but even the strongest of practitioners, if they do this shit to that, this is why they should be doing divination to find out more about the person. Because if they do this to the wrong person, they could end up dead themselves. And this person is living through real life consequences of making these poppet spells, using graveyard dirt, goofer dust, unaliving spells, jar spells, bearing dumb curses in the earth. I hate people that put curses into the earth. That is so fucked up. Like literally, I want to slap people out for that, but I'm not a violent person. I'll let the universe do it. Just know that whatever this trying to unalive your career shit that this person was on, that's what they're experiencing. And this is why they're so upset. They're like, I thought it was going to happen to them. Like, no, this person was the one messing around in the graveyard. Why, when they're the one crawling around in the graveyard, why would you be the one that gets sick? Make it make sense. This is why I don't think that when people are doing death magic, I feel like they're putting themselves at risk. I really do. Exactly. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And besides that, I think it's silly to think that you can alter somebody's timeline with voodoo. I'm sorry. And I know voodoo, they could probably turn a person into a cow with voodoo, but they cannot alter the outcome of somebody's destiny. Something is going to always come around and undo that energy. And magic is not a permanent thing. It's like temporary. Once that self-harm spell, that jar spell, that poppet spell wears off, then what happens? These people never think about that shit. They never think about, oh, what happens if my magic backfires, or what happens if the spell wears off and it stops working? Like, they don't think about those things when they're doing them, because they want revenge. You're dealing with somebody that's aggressive and weak-minded. Stubborn, prideful, hubris. They won't accept no for an answer. Okay, this person's an arrogant bully, and I feel like if they're pregnant, they need to stop doing witchcraft, because something as bad is going to happen to their child. This is why you just don't fuck with other people's lives. It's so much easier to mind your own business than to deal with the real life consequences that this person's going to have to go through. Yeah, they could have been saying that you like drink a lot, that you're a stoner, okay, that you sell substances. This is what this person does. They want revenge against you because they're the one that's an addict. And they're addicted to your energy. This is why they won't let it go. This is what just fell out. Court case. Court issues. This person could be in trouble for selling substances. What the fuck does that have to do with you? This could also be this person getting in trouble in other lifetimes. Like, if this person tried to get you to go down with them in another lifetime, they're going down in this lifetime. And that's just how karma plays itself out. This is why you don't mess people over, because in the future, in a lifetime when you're a completely different being, a different person, or different whatever, alien or whatever you incarnate into or you go into, you don't want to have energy like this shit coming back and hitting you and you being completely unaware, because that's how karma works. When this person was trying to hit you where it hurts and make you unaware of something like this could be somebody that was trying to get you arrested or trying to put a number on your head, like a bounty on your head or whatever, in the spirit. This person's in trouble. They need serious mental health therapy. I don't even think you could help this person if you wanted to. This person could have been trying to collect evidence against you. They're completely stupid. Yeah, they wanted you to just self-martyr, self-sacrifice, self-delete. In what world are we just going to take ourselves out because somebody is uncomfortable with us or wants to literally wear a fucking face like a skinwalking weirdo that they are? I'm like literally getting that this person's a fucking weirdo. They are a skinwalker, and they probably don't even realize that they walk around trying to steal other people's personalities and wear other people's energy. And the thing is that this person, by the time they realize what's going on, you're going to have called your energy and your power back to you, and this person will be left depleted like they always were, broken, fucking homeless, and a loser. I literally get that this person wanted to exchange something with you. Like, oh, if you give me this is why you have to be careful who you keep an open door to. And we cancel and rebuke any soul contacts in other lifetimes that are harmful for us in this one. Yeah, This person was using voodoo. Okay, they wanted you to be afraid of them. And like literally pinpricks, headaches, rashes, scratches, stabbing pains, anxiety, fear, sympathetic magic. This person was like working with a voodoo doll, talking to this doll like it's you. And this doll is possessed by something completely different, does not even have your energy on it. This person is a fool. I feel like this has not worked. They tried it, but literally, yeah. I just heard literally one of the gods that does the black magic of voodoo be like, yeah, shit's not going through. Like it has to get approved in the spirit for this shit to work, and it's not being approved. This person does not know that that is actually a thing. They just think that because they have a little bit of spiritual knowledge about something that they can actually go put something into motion that will be long lasting. And I'm sorry, there's never going to be a doll. And I don't care how fucking powerful the practitioner is. There is never going to be a doll or a jar that's going to change somebody else's Akashic records. Okay. This person could live a completely different life to you, or they could want you to abandon the way that you live. They could be living out in the country, or you could be living in a suburban. They could be off the grids. You could be off the grids. You could be living in a desert. It just, this person's got a different type of life than you. And they're trying to get on the same, what it feels like. It's like when spirits hijack and they jump onto another person and they ride that person. That's what this witch is trying to do. They're trying to ride you, and you buck this person off. This person could be trying to bully you online, or snitch on you, or spy on you. A lot of good that's going to do. There's nothing that you're doing that's illegal on the internet, and all evidence points back to this person, not to you. So they might want to be mindful of that them trying to hack you, you're being watched by a higher power. Okay, like literally God's watching everything. This person is so ignorant. They would never admit that God is watching everything. I'm also hearing the angel Sariel or Sariel. This person's got a personal vendetta, and they're a karmic person from the past. They have a mental illness called narcissism and sociopathism. Literally, this person has no reason to hate you other than they see you as something that they'll never possess. Integrity is one thing that they'll never have. This person will always be someone that no one can trust. And they know that. Like, this is a very dark soul that we're talking about here. Pick a card from the Twin Flame deck. This person is so freaking dark. What the hell's wrong with them? Like, maybe this magic has gone to their head and they believe that they can also manipulate your love life. No, I am so over people trying to turn people that are straight gay, or gay people straight, or whatever with magic. This just shit is stupid. I'm sorry, but that's not how things work. Okay. You can't just pick up a spell book and make somebody turn into whatever you want them to. Like, literally, we're not in Africa right now. Some of you could be, but like literally this reading is not being done in Africa. This person's not in Africa. They don't have power like that. They tried to shut your mouth so that you could never speak out about this person's betrayal. And all that's caused you to do is speak out about this person's betrayal. Two of Cups. Because this person knows that you have a soul contract with the universe that cannot be broken. They know this shit. They also know that, you have a soulmate union with somebody and a spiritual connection that cannot be severed. This person underestimated God. They really did. When God is what animates your body and works through your abilities and works through nature and everything else, what little insignificant rat of a human, okay? Seriously, you have to think of it this way. What person can interfere with the divine creator? Like, nobody. And we're all still connected to the divine creator. Like, God is within us. And it exists on the outside. It exists in everything. Everything we see is God's energy. Nothing really belongs to us. We're all a part of God, and God is a part of us. And you know this. You know that there is oneness in the universe. That means that you can't hurt another person without hurting yourself. This person wants a soulmate contract to come to them. They want a lover that you have. Yeah, and they'll do anything up under the moon except for, cleanse themselves and pray and do right. This person will do anything to stay a hidden enemy. They want you to think that they're like for you, but this person will not really actually come to your face. Yeah, they want you to be confused about your soul contract so that you walk away from it so that they can pick it up and fulfill it. God will never reward this person for trying to do your job in life, okay? This person is delusional. God will never, ever, ever show them any type of favor like what you're receiving. And things are not the way that they look. This person has tried to bring illusions into your personal relationship with another person or with yourself, and they're basically being slapped across the face for that. The universe is doing that. Yeah, they wanted you to leave behind and move away from your own sexuality. This person could have been trying to do like, oh, transgender spells. Let's turn this man into a woman, or a woman into a man type shit. No, okay? If that's not your path, that's not your path. And this person needs to just accept that they cannot fuck with you, that there's nothing that can be done to sever your divine connection. They can't stop you from being a woman. They can't stop you from being a man. They can't stop you from being an intuitive. This person cannot stop your love life. They need to come to terms with that and accept it, because literally they're not going to be able to do anything about it. So they might as well just accept it for what it is. And this is why if people would mind their own fucking business, then other people would not come in to destroy their lives. Like this person is going to have somebody come in and destroy them. Okay. And it's going to be allowed to happen because this person was trying to destroy other people. What you send out, you will get back. That's how the law of attraction works. Only we think we can control how we send the energy out, but we don't. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Thank you so much, Fashionista. But we don't control the way the universe decides to give it back to us. Whether we do a hex on somebody in this lifetime, even if it's warranted, that energy is still put out into the universe. Next lifetime, it could come back, or it could come back this lifetime. I mean, why witches and warlocks don't want you to believe in magic is because if you check for it, you can send it back to them. And that's their worst fear, is them having to go through the magic that they tried to put on somebody else. And that's what this moon bullshit is, literally. And I was picking up on it in the other deck too. The Six of Wands is success and victory, fame and recognition, you being rewarded. You're going to be rewarded because you've worked hard. That's the effect of hard work. This person thinks that they can just cheat through life, like with a cheat code, by doing magic on people. And I think this person's very, very delusional. I do not think that this magic has ever worked, not in the way they wanted it to. I think that this person is very delusional. Two of Swords, they're stuck. They wanted you to be in an energy to where you had to make one of two choices, and those choices would be not good for you. This person now has to make a choice to either leave you alone or to keep going. And I feel like they're at a crossroads right now. What they do next is going to determine whether they continue to live or die, literally. When it comes to life, this is a life and death situation for this person. Of course, you're going to be fine regardless of what this person decides to do. Just know that we can't control other people, but we can, not talk to people. We can control ourselves. And that's all the universe is going to make you responsible for. This person needs to take accountability for the fact that they have committed crimes in the spirit and in the physical. And that bullying is not a way to get anything. If you have to bully somebody out of their position, and which is not possible, because if you work for God, then who gives a fuck what humans think? But literally, them trying to bully you out of your position or fight with you or argue with you, just cancel, rebuke, and block those people. They're not even worth not one breath that you breathe, like literally. Okay, somebody trying to set you up or trap you in some type of like court case, or you having to face some legal consequence for you being your authentic self, let this person fall into their own pit that they dug for you, because that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, that's already what's happened. This person tried to put some type of veil over you so you couldn't see that they were a past life enemy. Like, it's clearly in the Akashic records. You would have picked up on this person regardless of what magic they do. Welcome in, Rooftops World. Yeah, you have warrior angels here. Okay. I was picking up on Sariel, but Zacuriel, Zaphiel, Seraphiel, Jingoniel, Wariel, Turiel, Arachiel. This person's trying to bully you, and your spiritual team is bullying them. And they feel like you are doing this. You're not doing anything. You can't control whether your ancestors and spiritual team whoops this person's ass. You know, especially if you guys are in the right, you're doing the right thing. Welcome in, Tracy Martinez. You guys are in alignment for your assignment. You're in alignment to receive like every reward that you want in this life, and this person can't do anything about that. They have to literally answer to your warrior angels, and they don't like it. They're experiencing the wrath of God. God's vengeance is upon them, and that's what they get. That's their karma. You're also dealing with a witch or a warlock that lost their gifts. Whatever they were, little kitchen witch magic shit that they were able to do in the past to fuck people over or to set whatever negative intentions on people's lives, they can't tap in anymore. Whatever gifts that this person had have been rebuked and revoked. And this person no longer has a personal legacy to leave anyone. They have basically doomed any person to come after them by cursing themselves. Every time they tried to curse you, they cursed themselves. And this is why I say, you don't need to fear these dumbass people. Why? Because it's not you over in the graveyard. You're not in the graveyard rolling around in the graveyard dirt. You're not fucking playing around with the graveyard dust. Even if this person were to bring some shit to your house and leave it there, you are not the one that engaged in that energy and created it. Why would it affect you? Even though people, it's like literally, once you realize what this person has done, you'll laugh at them because they have fucked themselves over. They didn't do anything to you. They truly severed their own spiritual connection. They cut themselves off from their ancestors, and they're being abandoned by the universe. In this person's time of need, they're only going to get slapped across the face by the creator, literally. Yeah, because they wanted your divine timing, your luck, your good fortune, your wealth, your money. This person wanted everything that was yours. And because they're not getting it, they're throwing some type of tantrum. And because their witchcraft is not working, they're throwing some type of tantrum. This could be an earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. This person's stupid. I don't think that they're going to ever figure out that they're always going to blame you for what's happening to them because their witchcraft backfired. They're not going to take into accountability that they started a war with God, not with you. By them trying to block your divine life purpose, they tried to block God. That's why they're getting fucked up. And it's not your fault. Literally, it's not your fault. You're over here loving yourself. This is one reason witchcraft will not work on you, because you guys take care of yourselves and you love yourself. I mean, for witchcraft to work on you, you would have to not be loving yourself, asleep in the matrix, completely unaware of energy and things. Like, I think you guys are smart enough to know if 3 bad things happen in a row, if you're driving your car and you get like, you get, and this, I'm not speaking this into creation, I'm just creating an example, but you get like a flat tire, and then you change your tire, you get back in your car and somebody pulls you over, and then you get a ticket, and then you get home and you're something else happens in your car to where you can't start your car again. That would be a sign to look and see if somebody has tried to jinx you, hex you, or send something to you. And you can do this by taking a bowl of water, you can do this by getting the truth of God and using the yes and no, joy versus anger technique to ask the question, did somebody try to do something to me? And if you don't want to do that, you can take 2 matches and a bowl of water, light the matches, blow them out, and throw them into the bowl of water. If those matches cross, that means somebody has crossed you. If those matches go together and they're moving together in the same direction, that means that somebody tried to do it. And if they're moving away from each other, it means that, nobody tried to do anything. So that's an easy way that's like one of the oldest techniques to find out if somebody has hexed you. Like when I got hexed one time in the past by this weird person that I had a friend. She's no longer alive, but I had a friend and it was her neighbor that was a weird, crazy bitch. And she did not like me. And she hexed me and I figured it out. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just, reverse that and send it back because that's not my energy. And that person, I have no idea where they're at today, but they never tried that shit ever again. They never tried that shit ever again. Yeah, the force of light is with you. Revealing your truth threatens these people. These people don't want you to speak the truth about something that they did. Oh, well, you're already speaking the truth. It says, let your light shine. Don't hide yourself away because somebody wants to bully you. If they want to bully you, they can face God's wrath. Literally, this person is a criminal anyways. They've committed crimes in the spirit and in the physical, and they have no intention of stopping. This person wanted to steal your identity and wear your skin like it's theirs. They're a weirdo, okay? Sickening. This person could have been trying to get you trafficked. Like, they're going to literally go to prison and then go to hell. Like, this is why do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If this person tried to do any of these illegal crimes to you in another timeline, and then they're trying to, after they fucked you over in another life, trying to jump into this one, they will be forced to face and eat that karma that they caused you to go through. This person will suffer every single thing that they wanted for you. Because this is a witch and a warlock that's lost their abilities, lost their powers, and they will never get them back. There is no appeasing God when it comes to this shit. Once the abilities are taken, they cannot ever get them back, okay? And literally, your angels are not going to allow this person to interrupt your self-care. They're not going to allow this person to not one more second steal your good luck or mess with you. Like, this person has failed at everything that they've ever tried to do. They're a complete loser. Yeah. They can't go to any god of any religion like Jehovah, Yahweh. This person is fucked. They can't go to Allah. They can't go to any being in any religion and get these entities to work on you. It's just not happening. I get that this person goes to Hecate, okay? The people that are going to Hecate are not even reaching Hecate. You have to go through Hestia to get to Hecate. And this is why people should literally learn about the past and our ancestors and how they did things and stop this stupid new age bullshit, because everybody just wants to jump on the bandwagon of let's go to the crossroads, make a fucking offering. Dude, the demons are what's at the crossroads. That's where they hang out at. That's literally where they hang out at. They're waiting for any soul to come by that they can snatch the fuck up. And literally, these people think that they're working with a deity and they're working with the whole trickster spirit. So you just have to understand that, these people, whatever they're trying to use against you, it's not working and it's never going to work. This is somebody that said that they were your friend. They could have been a coworker, a follower, somebody that was an acquaintance. This person wanted to have a partnership with you. Absolutely not. Or they wanted to be a colleague or whatever. No. You said no to this person and they're just pissed off. And they're mad that you won't lay down and die, sacrifice your position, sacrifice your abilities. This person's pissed off that you're still able to thrive. Yeah, you can't mess with God, literally. And you can't mess with God's children or God's plan. Like I said, this person has pissed off the source gods of voodoo. Okay? There's nothing that they can do now to get their gifts back. I don't care how many rituals they perform. I don't care if they repent or not. God knows when people are sincere and when they're not. How this person thinks that the divine realm and everything is stupid as fuck is beyond me. This is how can witches and warlocks exist that think that the universe is stupid? You've got to be joking. It does not make any sense to me. I feel like literally this person has been practicing magic for a long time, so to lose their gifts is a big deal, and they definitely are blaming you, and you did not do anything to them. This person's being haunted. Bloody Mary, Demon Zozo, they could have been using Slender Man. This person is being freaking haunted, and they don't know what to do. because they can't just transfer this demonic force onto you. They can't make you pay for their sins. They can't sacrifice you and throw you under the bus. And so they have to answer for what they've been doing. And they wanted your popularity, your fame, your luck, your wealth, your good timing, your protection, your mental health, your beauty, your love life. This person wanted everything that's yours. Instead of wanting what's in their own life, they wanted what's in yours, and they don't have access to that. Like, this person doesn't have access to your Akashic records. They don't know what your past is. This is why I think it's ironic that they thought that they could even do anything to you at all, because they don't know who you are in the spirit. And they thought that you would just like lay down and let their witchcraft work. You would never fight for yourself. You would never call out to God. Literally, this person's an idiot. Yeah, they were studying the wrong thing. This person could have wanted to teach you something at some point, like teach you shamanism or healing. This person can't fucking heal themselves. This is why they'll be broke ass loser the rest of their existence. Literally. That's what their future is. Broke ass, nothing ass, having fucking loser that will never attain anything. Like, that's what it is. Even if this person gives birth to a child, has a child, that child will never amount to anything. It's like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This person's having nightmares while you're getting downloads about who they are. I feel like this person tried to send 3 different spirits to you, like trying to haunt you, like how, what is that Christmas story with Scrooge? And he has the ghost of past and present and future. This person wanted to torment you with your own history. And it's like, no, these spirits were not able to do anything to you because you have God. And this person was told that if they tried to do these rituals on you, that they would get fucked up. They were told that, because literally it's not just the people around this person, but literally any other witch or warlock that they went to try to get this work done on you, all of them know that you cannot be touched because God knows you. And like, this is one reason why you're popular, because just like that magnetic energy that God is, you hold that vibration, you draw positivity in. Welcome in 6062 and 2428. I hope you guys are having a good evening. So yeah, you're going to remain popular. You're going to remain gaining fame, being sociable, being rewarded, being revered. And these witches and warlocks are going to have to shut the fuck up and just take several seats. One card for the past energy on the situation. The past energy is that these people have caused a natural disaster for themselves. Their altars could have caught on fire. Their house could have flooded. This person could have gone through a volcano or some type of other crazy ass disaster, like a storm, you know, a hurricane, an earthquake. They were playing with forces that are out of their control, that are too strong for them. This person thought that they could just conjure up some shit and that it would really, really take you out. And they never considered the fact that they're not this person was trying to use voodoo and stuff. They're not, you know, melanated. This person does not have any connection to no African deities. They're like probably whiter than me. Fucking straight up weirdo. Okay. Straight up weirdo. And this is why ignorance and pride is deadly. Because you're an earth angel. They're pissed off because you're a light worker, an earth angel, a star seed, a chosen one, and you're here to ascend. Okay? And this person wanted to take your freaking life for that. They wanted you to go down, like, they wanted you to have to sell your soul. Absolutely the fuck not. To what? There's nothing even to sell your soul to. So these people, and we don't own our souls to sell them. So I don't know where this person really thinks that they're going to replace God. That's hilarious. That's funny. MK Ultra. If you were a part of MK Ultra growing up, just know that you've broken free from their mind control. These people are stupid. The Montauk Project. They think that they can use these old ass methods on somebody who is like being upgraded and updated spiritually all of the time. That is crazy to me. This person could have been remote viewing you, trying to watch you or make a wish against you. They can evil wish as much as they want, but you know what? What they want for you will happen to them. because that's what they're putting their attention and focus on. This person was trying to create delusions and smoke and mirror illusions about you, and they're being reprimanded for that. Because nobody is confused. When people look at you, they don't think, oh, what a fool. Let's just steal their destiny. That'd be so easy to take. Just because you look like you're nice does not mean that you don't have like a lioness inside of you or a lion. Okay. Like, this is why things are not as they appear. This person's like, oh, they're just so nice and sweet. Like, yes, you're nice and sweet because you're a good person. You have God inside of you. But also, you can be real dangerous, you know, especially energetically, when people come to fucking with you. Like, you take your destiny and your life seriously, and so does God. You're respected in the spiritual realm. This person has no respect. This person could have belonged to a coven or a secret society, the Illuminati. You know, they're a gatekeeping freak, and they have to deal with your angels, which is something that is scary. Okay. Some of you guys were angels in a past life, and this is why they think that they can fuck with you. That will never make sense to me, but whatever. This person, they're not going to figure out what's going on until they go to another person that can tell them, oh, it's what you did to this light worker, why your life has fallen apart. Like, literally, they're that stupid. This person will do a spell, and they'll sit and they'll watch you and stalk you online and wait to see this spell work. And then when they don't see the spell work, they go right back into the graveyard, right back into whatever spell that was. They dig it up and they try to fix it. There's no fucking way to fix this shit. Okay. Like, there are abilities that you possess that you are not even aware of, okay, that are like next level abilities that are going beyond what your ancestors could even do. And so that's why this person, literally, you could take everything that this person has done and then immediately transfer it right onto their soul. And they don't know that. Okay. They don't know that your gifts and abilities go way beyond this lifetime, and that you actually have a connection to deities and to God. And everything is under the Most High God. Like, literally, our higher self is the energy of God. Everything is the energy of God. It's just people will try to manipulate the divine realm, and they're stupid for that. They're stupid for thinking that low vibrational shit is going to work on a high vibrational person. Okay, that's what's stupid. These people are vexed. They're upset. They're afraid. They're intimidated by you, and they don't want you working in a spiritual field because that means that they cannot do what you do. This person was never gifted in the way that you were. They don't have the same lineage. You guys do not have the same genetic makeup. They can try to sew your mouth shut with whatever voodoo doll this is, or try to do whatever weird ass voodoo shit to you. You will be completely 100% fucking immune to it. Okay. You may empathically pick up that somebody's playing in your energy, but when these people are trying to unalive you with this shit, do you think it's going to work? No. Okay. No, these people don't have power in the spirit to call down death on anybody. And when they call upon death, it comes to them, not you. All you need to do is play with a pet, love yourself, do yoga, go for walks, go outside, ground your energy, and you'll be fine, literally. And you're picking up on this person's anger and stuff, but they're about to be a lot more angry than they are now. And they may try to direct that to you, but that's not your fault. All you have to do is say, that's not my energy. If you start to feel a certain type of way, be aware of what you were thinking, what you were just doing, what you were eating, who you were with. And then if you can't bring a conclusion as to why you feel the way that you do around any of those things, then ask, is this not my energy? Is this somebody else's energy? Because this person's like, suffer, suffer. They want you to suffer with them. You're not going to do that. You're going to live your life happy. Pick a card from the Cosmic Oracle. Where is the Cosmic Oracle? Oh, I know. Well, I think I know where it is. I have so many decks. It's like crazy. No, maybe I don't know where that one is. It probably fell on the ground. Okay, well, we'll X-nay that one because I don't know where that deck is. Yeah, they will be back. They will be back. This person will be back. Oh, there it is. It was being covered up. Okay. This person will be back. They may try to apologize to you. You know, you can say that you forgive this person. I would not hold any grudges towards them because, like, yeah, I found it. Because it's going to only hurt you to hold a grudge, but literally this person, there's some things that people do that are unfucking forgivable. How can you forgive somebody that tried to murder you with witchcraft, that tried to put you through spiritual demonic torment when you've done nothing but be kind to them? Like, that's crazy. Just forgive yourself for pulling this person in. This person also tried to change your sexuality. They didn't want you to be attractive. Like, they tried to fuck with God's plan, and that's why they're being messed over so hard. Air sign. This person could be a Earth air sign cusp, Capricorn Aquarius cusp, or another air earth sign cusp, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be an air sign. But yeah, air sign and then earth sign. I'm not even joking. Intuition. This person, the red flags that you ignore will come back to harm you. Just know that this earth air sign dumbass person, they're going to be forced to eat every amount of witchcraft that they did. Straight up. The answer is no to this person. If they ask to come, like, when they come back wanting to be all friendly and shit, the answer is no. They probably already know that no is going to be the answer, that you're going to use your intuition and you're going to be told not to let this person near you. This person's a liar. Be aware that somebody is sneaky and that they're a liar face. Yeah, you're being guarded right now. You have a guardian angel. Someone from the other side is watching over you. Literally. Just know that. This person's a liar. They were trying to say things about you that nobody believes. Nobody believes that you are this horrible person, that you abuse other people. Like, nobody is believing this shit. You don't look like the type of person that would do whatever this person is saying. Yeah, be aware that this person could be inviting you to their wedding or no, ew. You're not going to go anywhere near this person. They want you to be stuck in some type of perpetual loop. It's not going to happen. This person thinks that you don't have patience. I think that you do have patience. It says, just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Remember, I was picking up May, a major blessing coming in May. That could be a new home, a new job, a new opportunity, a collaboration, a new relationship that's coming in. Intimacy. This is what I'm talking about. This person wanted to change your chemistry. They wanted you to, like, not be attractive to people. Silly, silly person. All right, let's get one more. Pregnancy. What was I saying about this person possibly being pregnant and no? Maybe this person doesn't want you to have a baby, or they don't want you to have the experience of having a child. Who the fuck's business is that, though? Like, seriously? People need to learn to mind their own business. This person is going to learn the very hard way that they should have minded their own business instead of trying to mind your business for you. Because you already have control over your life. You're doing just fine without this person, and they're pissed off about it. They're like, why won't they fall? Why won't they struggle? It's like, dude, you're not meant to. That's why God has something bigger for you called happiness, because you deserve to be happy. You have 2 grown kids. Exactly. Somebody could be trying to disconnect you from your children. They're not going to be successful at that. This person is just pissed off that their children will never possess these abilities. They're also pissed off that they were not able to label you as something, and that people are not believing what this person has said about you. They're not able to just, off the drop of a dime, change the perspective that the general public has about you. And this person is being seen as the creepy ass weirdo that they are. And their energy stinks. They smell bad. They could smell bad themselves. This person is going to be experiencing every effect of God's wrath. which could just be literally the universe bringing back to them what they've already done to others. So just keep doing your cleansing rituals, keep praying, keep doing burning whatever it is that you do to cleanse your energy, continue to do that. Continue to love yourself, take care of yourself. You guys are going to be fine. This other person, they're not going to be okay, but that's not your problem. All right, you guys? So thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you guys so much. Please like the video, tap the notification bell, make sure that you are subscribed, okay? And if you're interested in learning to read your own tarot cards, I suggest that you go into the description box and get this book. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. I've written it in the back of the book. Well, it's got tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards, and it's got like a spell, little ritual you can do for yourself with the archetype energy of the major arcana cards to manifest. We read the Hangman one was to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. And then in the back, it's got like every card combination that I have come across and what those card combinations could mean when you're pulling cards for yourself. So very useful, very helpful. All you need with this book to get started is the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the original. It's like $6 or $7. And I worked with Visago and God and the Holy Spirit and this specific deck because it's the original interpretation. And each of the cards in the tarot deck is a different, it's like a different step in human life that everybody will go through, right? So when you guys want to learn to read your own cards, get that book. And when you're wanting to learn to connect with your higher self, gain that God conscious, shift out of your ego, get this book. This is also, the link to this is in the description box below. This is the Truth of God. It's got the God technique that helps you shift into your higher self. It's got the joy versus anger technique, which helps you get yes and no answers immediately from spirit. And it's got the mind technique, and it has so many other ones. Like, look at this part. You don't have to be psychic. This is part of the book. Like, you don't have to be psychic. The mind is a vast playground of interesting experiences that can detract from the simple journey of becoming aware of our true self, God, being the qualities during the journey and expanding more and more into the fullness of yourself, God. On the path to God, you don't have to be psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, read minds, walk on water, part the Red Sea, astral project, or be able to float in the air. Sure, there have been examples of people through the ages that have been able to do those feats, but that doesn't mean that they knew that they were God. Just remember that. As a matter of fact, a lot of times having those abilities takes you on a detour that you never get out of. That's why I talk about how I've always been psychic, but I was in the psychic realm dealing with psychic things. When I got into the God realm, I was able to get unensnared from these fucking archons and stupid spirits that were in the astral and the psychic realm. So it says, I use intuitive skills to connect with myself, God, for confirmation. This is also within the realm of the mind and can cause confusion if the mind is in control. The mind loves to be the master. Relationships with guides, angels, ascended masters, and archangels can be hard to let go of, like losing your best friends, even if someone understands that they can get their information straight from God. The guides, angels, and ascended masters and archangels will back off because they understand the role they play as a temporary helper. Okay, the archangels are not supposed to just be doing everything for us. They're supposed to be helping us. Basically, you'll progress with this book and this knowledge to a point where you can do something that an archangel can do. Okay, that's my personal experience with this. And it talks about how you'll get into an energy where you no longer need that to have that protection from that angel because you're able to protect yourself. Having that inner connection can be an aid to save you from a rocky road, but there is no right or wrong decisions we can make in God's eyes, just ones that are more aligned with the true qualities, joy, love, and peace, or not true qualities, which is the other crap. It's always our choice, but being able to distinguish somehow that this decision is more in line with their highest good is a great help. This is what some people use the guides and angels for, but there is a time that we need to let go of the tools that no longer serve us. Like I said, maybe it was the last reading I just did, but I was saying how I realized that a tool that I was using was not working as good as it used to work. So I let go of that tool and I picked up another one. The mind is the filtering system that we can use, even for the messages or impressions we receive from God ourselves. It is still filtered through our beliefs. That is why knowing who we are, staying in the now within our true qualities with no beliefs, not just the ones that don't serve us, we don't need beliefs. The sun's going to rise tomorrow, no matter what, whether we believe in it or not. It says it allows us to get the clearest information to use, which is completely true. So you get what you put into it. Some people are only looking for the silver bullet that will change their consciousness and awareness in an instant, like Saul into Paul in the Bible. It's like someone that wants to get in shape. They buy a treadmill and then they find that it's work to get their results. Basically, it is work. You have to actually, you can buy the treadmill, but you have to walk on it or run on it. So they buy an elliptical walker and find that it's also work. Then they buy a mini trampoline just to find the same thing. The methods given in this book will work, but like getting in shape, a person has to want it enough to take the steps for success. People will want the end result, but will not be willing to give up their time or energy to change their habits. There can be a learning curve while a person is integrating these concepts into their life, becoming aware enough to think of using these tools while in the middle of life situations. In the midst of being angry, it can be hard to remember that it's not about the storyline that you are viewing, but about the belief that is drawing the situation into your reality. These tools will provide you a shortcut to the goal of having a connection with God, you, your higher self. Meditation to quiet the mind and take control back, and to use that as a tool as it works. Discovering who you are, God, acting as if you already are, not only being consciously aware of, but the fullness of yourself. Learning to communicate inwardly in whatever manner. Releasing the beliefs that are molding the reality that you are experiencing. Changing your focus to be in line with your true being, God, love, joy, and peace, bliss, happiness, success, all of that. Discover that those tools are tools to be used until they're not needed anymore. Eventually, with using this book, you guys will eventually progress to a point where you don't need a pendulum, you don't need cards, you don't need anything, okay? You just have your own connection. And that's basically where I'm at. It's good to have things, it's good to have tools, why you can use them, but they'll eventually become irrelevant. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. Peace be with you. All right, please like the video, tap the notification bell, and make sure that you are subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Have a great evening, you guys. God bless you.